wellnesscouch.com, streaming wellness into your lives.
Welcome to Nourishing the Mother, featuring your hosts Bridget Wood and Julie Tenner.
Hello and welcome to Nourishing the Mother. I'm Julie Tenner, and tonight I do not have Bridget Wood with me. Instead, I have my two eldest children, Heath and Jade. Would you like to say hello?
Hi, my name is Jade.
Hello, my name is Heath.
So these two have been dying to come on the podcast, and I said to Bridget, you know what, we're away this weekend. I might put the little two to bed and why don't we sit and have a chat? And I said to the guys, we're just going to, chat about us and our family and how you guys roll. And Heath's like, I don't think you can fill half an hour with that. And I said, Heath, just you wait and see. I got a few questions.
Oh, no.
Oh, great.
So today we're just having a bit of a chat about your experience of parenting and your experience of just being a tween. Now, what's a tween? A tween is being in between childhood and adulthood or teenagehood. So you find yourself a bit in two camps. Sometimes you've got a foot in wanting to grow up and sometimes you've got a foot in wanting to stay childlike and young. So it's a bit of a tricky stage sometimes. Do you feel that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to go to high school because they have lots of homework.
Oh, would you rather stay in primary school?
Yes, because
Yes.
Santa gives you more presents.
In primary school?
Yeah.
How do you know that?
Because I know. Because lots of my friends have older siblings that go to high school.
And Santa definitely gives more presents to younger kids, doesn't
Yeah,
he?
did you see Lola's stack of presents last year?
I think there might be like a financial difference there, don't you think?
Yeah, I think the older kids get more expensive presents.
Still, I feel like we should get little ones and get lots.
Well, you can write to Santa about that this year.
Okay.
So, where are we going to start? Maybe I'll start with who you think you are right now. So, there's no right or wrong answer. There's only whatever you're vibing. So, Heath, you are 12, turning 13. Who do you think you are right now? What are your characteristics or values, do you think?
Very sporty.
Mm-hmm.
And I like maths. And I'm very smart. And I am good at making friends and being kind to them and things like that.
I think so too. Jade, you are 10, nearly 11. Very shortly. How would you describe yourself?
Very, like, to go with the flow, like, to be...
Like easygoing?
Yeah. Very creative. And sometimes gets very agitated at my older brother.
Siblings, hey?
Yeah.
What do you find really irritating?
They're like a bird at calling peck, 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 peck.
And how do you handle that?
I use an I statement.
What is an I statement?
It's where you say to that person when you do whatever they did that hurt your feelings, I felt whatever you felt, and they have to say an I understand statement back.
Why do we do that?
To try and sort it out ourselves and to let the other person know how we felt when they did that.
Do you expect that those people or your brother or sister know how you feel
Yes.
before you tell them?
No.
So is that why we tell them? Because we don't expect people to read our minds?
Yeah.
And why do we ask them to say an I understand statement back?
Because then you feel heard and you feel like they understood what they did to you and how you felt when they did that.
Do you feel understood when they give you an I understand statement?
Yes.
And how does that make you feel afterwards if you've got these big agitated feelings and you choose to do an I statement, and then they rephrase it back to you in an I understand statement, how do you feel afterwards?
I feel appreciated that they realized how I felt, and they realized what they did wrong, and they apologized for it and said they won't do it again, and they are aware of their actions and what they did.
Heath, what's your version of I understand statements? Do you like them or not like them?
I quite like them.
Quite like them. Are they hard to remember to use sometimes?
Yes, very hard.
It is really hard, isn't it? What do you want to do instead sometimes? Instead of having to use your brain and having to say an I understand or an I feel statement, what do you want to do?
Yell at them.
Yeah, I get that.
Snitch on them.
Oh, snitch, I hate that word. And does that feel good? Is there something in your body when you're feeling like really irritated and angry, and just like flicking out some anger feels kind of releasing?
Yes.
How does that go normally when you flick out anger that way?
You usually tell us, have you used your words with your sibling, and have you used an I statement?
But what is the response that you get? So if you've chosen instead to flick out some anger, to do a bit of mud throwing, Jade, what is usually the experience then? How does it roll?
Acts of service.
No, not between you and me. Between you and your siblings.
Oh, it does not work. It just keeps going back and forth.
It does, doesn't it? Does it get better or worse?
Worse.
What gets worse?
That they constantly keep on just flicking something. It's like a never-ending war of like gunfire, except their words.
Yes, that is 100% true, and I like your analogy there.
Thank you. Her similes.
Oh, what?
Similes.
Similes. I don't know that word. What is that
We
word?
learnt them in school.
Yeah, school's fun. At school you learn things, but it's very boring.
Oh, come on.
Well, except for sport and specialists.
Yeah. And writing. And reading.
And
maths.
No, not maths. No.
Definitely not religion.
Definitely not religion. Sorry to the teachers that are listening to this, but it's definitely not religion.
why is it not religion?
It's so boring.
Oh, come on. They're some of the best stories.
1985. Jesus did this.
1985.
Well, like,
Wow, religion's working well for you too. All right, let's bring it back. So if something's not going terribly well in an argument with your siblings, and I say to you, you go, this so-and-so's done this or that. Before I step into it, what do I say to you, Heath?
to use an I statement and use your words.
And do you hate that?
Yes.
Before you use an I statement, do you sometimes have to do something with your body? What can you tell us about that?
I go outside and do something physically to get rid of my anger, like shooting some hoops in basketball or running or doing some push-ups or something like that.
Can you talk me through it all, how that feels in your body?
It feels really good because I get rid of all the angry feelings inside of my body, and then I feel more relaxed and a bit more down to earth, and like I can talk to people.
Can you talk to people when you're feeling angry or irritated in your body?
No, not really.
So if mum and dad choose to keep like at you, if you were in that angry, irritated state, and instead of giving you the space to go and get back to balance, if we keep at you, Heath, what does that do on the inside of your body?
It makes me even more angry and irritated.
So it just kind of compounds and gets bigger. And does your brain still work at that point, or does it feel like your brain's kind of left the building and all you've got is these raw kind of feelings?
Yeah.
Do you sometimes need a reminder to go and get your body back to balance?
Occasionally.
Why is it hard, do you think, to do that for yourself?
Because you just want to flick it all out on other people and make them feel bad and make yourself feel proud.
I so get that. I do that too. That's really hard to learn, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. But we're just going to keep trying, aren't we?
Yes.
Thank goodness for siblings helping us learn that.
Siblings. Hey, you shouldn't be talking about that. I should be the one talking here.
Why?
Because
Gwen
he is a
definitely
brother.
my favourite sibling.
He is a brother, and
you're
he
pretty
is
sweet,
older. He is brother. He is older. He thinks he is more powerful. He thinks he can have everything. Everything is his way. Oh, that's mine because I'm the oldest. Respect the eldest.
Do you think that's what it is, Jade? Or do you think everyone has their own form of power tripping? It just looks different.
It just looks very different. Yeah, the girls gang up on me.
They do actually, don't they? Yeah. How does that feel?
I feel alone and lonely and
Depressed.
no, that's not the word, Jade. And like I want to flick some more mud at them.
I get that. In those times when you're feeling alone and lonely and like pushed out, cast out, is there anything that helps you feel like you're back in the fold?
Yes,
And what's that?
shooting hoops and using an I statement.
Is there anything that mum and dad can do or be involved in that would help you feel back to balance?
I'm not sure.
That's okay. We can come back to it. Do you feel like you're cast out sometimes, Jade?
Sometimes.
Do you feel like everyone else gets everything and you get nothing sometimes?
Yeah.
Yeah. And how do you feel in those times?
I feel like everything is unfair and I get nothing. And my other siblings are like the kings and queens of the world. And I'm like the little poor person. Peasant.
That doesn't feel very nice.
No.
No. What helps you get back to balance?
Normally I go and draw a picture or I do my own kind of thing.
And that looks like what?
That looks like me sitting in a room with music and a pencil and a sketchbook.
And is there anything that mum and dad can do in those times?
Tell my siblings to leave me alone.
Do you want more space or do you want more connection?
More space.
What happens if you're wanting space but mum and dad kind of come after you like, Jade, come back, Jade?
I kind of just want to lock myself somewhere where nobody can really find me, and I just want to be by myself, and I get really frustrated because I don't want to come out.
So how can we help you when you've got those sorts of feelings going on?
Probably by not disturbing me and not telling me to do something.
While you reset. And how do we know when you've come back?
I will probably come out the room and be a lot kinder and not use a tone.
And how could we help you transition from that space of wanting to be alone to the space of coming back into the busyness of our family?
I don't know.
What do you like when you've had some big feelings and you've had some time alone? What helps you feel like you're back with us again?
To cook.
You do love to cook, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay, so thinking about big feelings and our way back to balance, what is it that we can do as parents to help you find your way back to balance?
Probably just support us instead, because sometimes you guys like kind of just tell us things and we don't really feel like that's the way we do it. Like we want to do it. We need like time and space, and possibly like every like 5 to 10 minutes you come and check on us and like have a little chat and checking on how we're feeling.
I really like that too, Jade. Do you know what I really like about your answer then was that you said, I really like a lot of space, but I also like to know that you're around and that you're checking on me. And when we come and check on you, what sort of vibe do you want from us? What do you think we sound like or feel like?
Gentle and calming. Like,
Gentle and calming. And when we enter the room feeling gentle and calming, how do you feel?
a lot more relaxed and not as angry and frustrated.
I really like that too. Is that the same for you, Heath, or is it a bit different for you?
It's the same.
Do you like being checked on?
Yeah.
You like knowing we're around?
Yes.
I also like those conversations that we have when we're just kind of hanging out together doing not very much, like doing dishes, Heath.
No, not dishes.
I think we have some of the best conversations when we're having dishes.
Unless Lola's doing it. Lola takes forever.
She does, doesn't she?
And you're just, and we're like, she's taking forever. And you're just like,
She's 4. How many times a day do you think I say that to you? She's 4.
Can you just tell Lola you've done enough helping today?
Because I think it's really important that she's still involved and has a sense of importance and a sense of helping. Oh, hey, that's a big sigh. Do you find it really frustrating, the slowness?
Gwen was trying to help at the shop today. She was trying to help clean the little, like, I don't know what you call it, counter side thing by licking it. It's
We were all having a laugh at that today, weren't we? What's it like having a baby sister?
She's very cute and funny, and you get a lot of answers from a lot of other people saying how cute she is.
Yeah, everyone loves a cute baby, don't they?
Yeah.
She is very cute.
They're only cute when they do funny things that they shouldn't do. Like licking bench counters and things like that.
Oh, it's pretty funny.
And in a restaurant, licking the doors to the refrigerated drinks.
Yes, we had a good laugh
And
today.
taking the chocolate off the shelves in supermarkets.
Yeah, she thought she was shopping for herself, I think, didn't she?
Yeah. Did you end up buying them?
No, I did not. They went back on the shelf. So one of the things I wonder as well is how is it that you like to spend time with me or Dad?
probably doing lots of different things, like not just like doing this one same thing for quite a few hours, like moving on. Like if we're just staying at home, like doing a couple of different board games, maybe playing like, some card games, and like just doing different things instead of staying on the one topic, and like connect with the whole family.
You like it when we're all together?
Yeah.
What do you like, Heath?
I like having a good time when we play a game together, like a board game or something in our room where the room is pitch black and we throw pillows and
Teddy wars.
teddies at each other. Yeah.
Or wrestles? You've always loved that?
Yeah.
What do you love about that?
I don't know. It's fun and
You get to be a bit rough?
get to be a bit rougher. And I don't know, we always laugh a lot. And I like laughing, so.
And how do you feel after a really good game of Teddy Wars or wrestles?
I feel really good.
I feel relaxed and quite like, not like what I was when I came home from school, like annoyed because I've got homework and annoyed because I've got more school tomorrow and annoyed because we don't
religion.
because we don't have a proper house.
That's really hard at the moment, isn't it, with our house being pulled
No
apart?
dishwasher is like torture.
I don't know, Heath. We spend so much time doing dishes together. But Jodie, you've had some really big feelings about that, haven't you?
Yeah.
Do you want to tell us about that at all?
Nah.
No, you're happy to leave it?
Yeah.
What was it? Was there anything that I said or did with you that helped you through that?
You kind of just talked to me about it and kind of told me that these times will be through.
And does it matter then that I'm even saying that it's going to pass, or is it more about how you feel in the moment that do you feel like I've listened to how you're feeling?
Yeah.
What does it feel like to feel like you're listened to and to feel like you're not listened to? Can you tell me about the difference in how they feel?
when you listen to it, kind of feels like you're understood and how you're feeling is respected.
I really love that you're even getting a welling of feeling right now as you're saying that. Do you know, Bridget and I often cry on this podcast. Have I told you that before?
No.
We often do, because we're telling stories from our hearts. And sometimes when we're telling a story that feels really truthful, our hearts kind of melt and overflow, and we get feelings that pour out of our eyes and they release stress with them. And that can be a really beautiful releasing thing to do. And I can tell right now I have one who's feeling centered and enjoying that conversation, and one who's feeling a bit irritated by that conversation and fidgeting. Because that's not exactly how you like to roll, is it, Heath? You prefer movement.
Yes. I can't stay still for very long.
And when we're having an awkward conversation, is it really hard to stay still? What helps you hang in there for that awkward conversation if it's really hard to stay still?
I have to center myself again.
Or if you're moving, does the movement need to change?
Yes.
Do you have any ideas what it is that you like to do? Like, how do you move? Have we talked about moving before when we've been having conversations that you've not enjoyed?
Have we?
Can't think of any.
No.
It's okay. You often fiddle with something or play with a ball, don't you?
Yeah.
Does it feel like you can deal with more if you're moving at the same time?
Yes.
Is that the same or different for you, Jade?
Different.
What do you like?
I like to really be like not distracted by something and just kind of really take in the conversation.
Me too. I really like that as well. I wondered also, is the activities that you like doing where you feel connected to me or connected to Dad, are they different activities?
Yes.
Yeah, tell me about that. What are the activities you like connecting with Dad over, and what are the activities you like connecting with me over?
I like connecting with basketball and like sport with Dad, and like more creative things, and like making stuff or something that I need to make with you.
And what about you, Jade?
Same thing with Heath, like lots of sports and lots of different dad jokes that are really old, but they're kind of funny at the same time. And with Mum, it's lots of like arts and like different like acting and drama and things like that.
I enjoy those things too. You know, this time that you're moving into where you like to spend more and more time with your friends and doing things that you really want to do, and less time doing things that necessarily we have to do as a family or want to do as a family. Have you noticed that you and your friends like to have more kind of out there on your own and in the world and with your friends time? Have you noticed that?
Yes.
What is it, do you think, that in these times helps you feel like you want to stay and be still part of the family rather than moving off? What is it that keeps you here?
Having fun.
Having fun. It's really important, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. How do we have fun together?
We play games together. We go for walks on the beach, and sometimes we go stay at like our Nana and Pa's beach house for the weekend, and like go to the beach and have walks like after dinner.
It's really nice, isn't it? We just kind of hang and muck around a bit, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think it gets easier to spend time together the more that we hang out together, or harder?
Feel like it's easier.
When you're feeling connected.
Yeah.
I get that. I'm looking at my questions here. When you are, well, maybe this is the same question. When you're looking back on what it's been like to grow up in our family, what is it that you think has been really pivotal for you? That means really central or really important. in creating a connection or maintaining a connection with our family?
Helping cook dinner and doing sports together.
So this is interesting actually, because this leads me on to values. We've talked about values before, haven't we? Those things that are really important to you and in your lifetime will fuel your genius and what it is that you do in this world that is great. Do you remember that?
I think so.
No.
Let's just have a little think about it, Jade. So when we're thinking about values, if that word feels a little bit foreign to you, what are the things when you think about who you are, the values, the things that are most important to you in this lifetime, the things that you think about a lot, that you spend a lot of time doing, that you think in my future I want to spend a lot of time doing this? Do you know what those things are?
Probably acting, drama, basketball, writing, hanging with my friends.
I think you've nailed that, Jade. I would agree with that. I would say that your values are likely friendship or social, and I would say they're creative in whatever expression that is. And I would say that you enjoy perhaps community or sport as a value. And I also think you think about this family a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you, Heath?
I really like playing sports with my friends and like stuff like that. And I also like hanging out with my friends at like a park or having a sleepover or something. And I really like doing something all together with the family.
I've noticed that about you too. I wonder also if cooking or food would feature.
Oh yes, it definitely features.
Because food is a really big value for you, isn't it? You love cooking, you love incredible, expensive foods.
Yes, made of dairy goat's feta is the best.
It's dead so true. And often when you're feeling a bit out of the fold, if we're cooking something yum or thinking about what foods we're making for the week, that often is a connection point for you.
Yes, it is.
And that I can show my love for you through cooking. So if I cook something you really love, how do you feel?
I feel thankful and happy and more connected.
It's interesting, isn't it? How can we help you guys live in your values a bit more, spend more time in your values as parents? How do we help fan those flames of those things that you love?
I'm not sure.
That's a really tricky question, isn't it?
Yeah.
How
Doing
could,
sport together?
yeah. Like basketball that we do forever
Yeah.
and all the time.
7 days a week, 24 hours a day.
You wish it was that.
I wish.
What about you, Jade? How do we help you live in and love the things that are most important to you?
Almost give us like these like pocketed like reminders on like if we decide we want to do something else and we kind of forget about this thing but still love it and don't make time for it, you could like almost remind us about how much we love that thing, and we would try and create time to do that thing because we love it that much.
Oh, Jade, you make my heart burst.
That was much better than mine.
It's not a competition, Heath.
Unless he wants to
Kind
make
of
it
is.
one.
Is everything a competition?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, let me see what else I've got here. What are the strongest messages, do you think, that you have taken from our family, from growing up in our family, Does that make sense when I say that? What is the strongest kind of ideas or messages that you carry with you on the inside, in your heart or in your mind, that remind you that came from home or from mum and dad or from my family? These are the things that I've really taken from my family, and I carry those things out into the world when I'm on my own. What do you think those things are?
You can do anything you put your mind towards.
How do you know that's possible?
Because that's really tricky.
Because if you dream it and if you think it is within your reaches, you can do everything you can in your power and your will to get that thing that you want. And if you want it that badly, you'll do anything to do it.
I like that too. Oh, Heath, she's just answering so well. Isn't he? He's like rolling his eyes going, oh, why didn't I think of that? We love you just as much. I really like that, Jade. I love the idea that you've both taken out of that is anything is possible, but what it requires is, one, to dream it and to believe that it is possible, but two, to then do the action to make it possible, because it's not enough just to wish it, is it?
No.
You have to actually do the doing. Yeah. Are there any other messages from our family, do you think, that you carry inside of you?
Just do it.
Yeah, just do it. Just do it. What else?
That's the Nike slogan, Mum.
Yeah, I know. But I was putting it to a bit of Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Just beat it.
Yeah.
Bit of MJ.
Doesn't go
No,
so well.
it didn't work for you.
No.
Sorry, Heath. So uncool.
Sometimes you really embarrass me.
I know, but I love it so much.
It's like the conversation we had earlier when mother picks embarrassing photos and sends it to the class. Oh no.
I don't do that.
Oh, I bet you sometimes you have.
Nope. Don't
No,
think
she
so.
hasn't.
If you sent a baby photo to grandma and I was this age right now, I bet you I'd be saying, that is so embarrassing. Please don't send it.
I bet you wouldn't. You'd be like, oh, look how cute I was. Oh, thanks for lushing on me. Bet
She
you
wasn't
would.
as cute as Gwen.
Excuse
No
me.
one's as cute
No
as
one's
Gwen.
as cute as Gwen, Heath. She's just the apple of your eye, isn't she?
Yeah. She's going to be a pro basketball player.
Is she?
I'm going to teach her.
Are you?
Or will she have a killer voice because of how much singing and screaming and crying she does?
Oh, singing and screaming and crying. She's really found her voice, hasn't she?
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
That it can be
It's really agitating sometimes.
Is it?
when she constantly doesn't want to let go of mum, and then mum tells us, Jade, Heath, come and get the baby.
I do sometimes, don't I, when I've got to get something done and you've got to come and
Like
take her.
dinner.
Like dinner, yeah, because everyone's got to eat. And you've got a screaming baby now. It seems like a lot of responsibility. How do you feel about that?
Pretty good.
How do you feel about her crying? How do you respond to that?
We tell her that we hear her and her feelings and things, and let her be heard and let her just cry because she might want to get it out.
Oh, Heath, you just made my heart swell too.
Heart Jade, I'm winning.
No, you're not. I've got 5 and you've got 1. Damn.
I really love that, Heath, because I think that's really important. Do you think that's really important too?
Yes.
Do you think that's another message you've carried from this family out into the world?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder also in this gig of parenting, okay, I know you're nearly done and you've nearly had enough. Could I maybe ask you like another question and then maybe you could ask me a couple of questions? How would that work?
Yep.
Can you hang in there for that?
Yep.
Okay. Here's this thing. I think that sometimes when we're parenting and we're wanting to have this really beautiful family life, we can feel like when our kids don't like us that we're not doing a very good job. But sometimes you really don't like us, do you, Mum and Dad? No. Sometimes you really do not like what we're saying.
No.
Yeah. I wonder, even in those moments when you really don't like what we're saying or the boundary that we're putting in and saying this is what's okay and this isn't, do you know that you're still loved?
Yes. Sometimes not.
Oh, sometimes not. Okay, I'll come back to you. How do you know that you're still loved?
Because we're all one family, and no matter what, we love each other. And all relationships have fights, but they heal. So, yeah.
I agree with
5
that.
to 2 shade, I'm coming.
I bet you my next answer will get me on 6.
Jade, do you want to expand on your answer?
Sometimes I feel like when I really, really, really don't like what you're saying, it's almost like a bullet just got shot into my heart, and and everything just kind of spills out, and it's a bit like nobody out there really likes me.
So when you're feeling really disconnected at home, does it feel like you're really disconnected everywhere in your world?
Yeah.
That sounds really hard.
Yeah.
What is it that you need in those moments?
Probably just a bit of compassion and not being screamed at and yelled at and, getting that mother and fatherly tone, like, do this, do that.
Do you think we yell and scream?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, do you?
Sometimes.
It's interesting because I don't think that we yell and scream, but I think we use tone, and I think the tone can come across as, because it's so different to our normal voices, as feeling like it's screaming. What do you think, Jade?
I think that can be true in some cases, but you definitely scream. Sometimes.
Well, I certainly did this week, didn't I? I was losing the plot being in our renovated house.
Yeah.
I know. I was like sub-zero parenting. I know, and I was swearing.
It was like
yes, I was.
It was like a bomb just dropped.
I know.
Bombs.
Dead set true. I felt the same way. It was really awful. But I've done what I can to get us back. Does it feel different?
Yes.
Do you notice the difference in me when I'm really stressed?
Yeah, you get really
Yes.
panicky and lots of things set you up. Like, for example, back to the bird pecking on the corn. It's like there's like one little corn little thing left, and when that bird pecks it off, you just light and fire.
It's true. There's no tolerance, is there?
No.
I totally agree with you. It's a really hard place to be. No, and I agree. I totally agree with you. And I'm not being the mum that I want to be then. What do you think it is that I need to do when I'm in those moments?
Probably do
Calm
what you
down.
tell us to do. Just take ourselves away from the situation and kind of just take deep breaths and
Do something physical and get it out.
So true. It kind of hurts.
It's coming right back at you, Mum.
I know, Jen said. I know. I so know. I'm really sorry. I'm trying really hard. This renovation's really hard. It's hard, isn't it?
yeah. Sometimes you need to take those really big Buddhist breaths.
Yeah. I know. Can you help me remember that when we get back home?
Yeah, we should put a list on 3. The fridge, not the 3. The fridge saying, Mum's to-do list when she gets angry during renovation. 1, take a deep Buddhist breath. 2,
Buddhist?
Buddhist is the right word. I say Buddha belly breaths. But
Buddha belly.
Buddhist, yeah, Buddha belly. You know, like the big smiling Buddha. You know how he's like this round jolly man. So I think about the round jolly
He has
man.
some elephant ears.
He does, doesn't he? Why do you think he has really enormous
So he can
ears?
hear all of the
Yes.
people down below. He's a spirit, so the people that he wants
No,
to...
so he can listen twice as well as he speaks, Heath.
Oh, guess what, Heath? Now I'm on 7 and you're on 2. Boom.
Oh, Heater.
Don't call me that. That's embarrassing.
Okay, I think I have more questions, but I'll leave it there because I can tell you've had enough of my questions. Is there anything that you would like to
It's only
ask
Heath
me?
that's had enough.
Oh, you're enjoying it?
Yes, I am.
Oh, we can go for round 2 another time, Jade.
Okay.
I'll do round 2 as well.
Oh, are you enjoying it?
Yeah, it's okay.
Oh, come on. Give me a little more than that. Mum, I'm kind of really enjoying this, but it's like so uncool. I can't say it out
But I
loud.
haven't finished my mum's to-do list when she gets angry during the
Okay,
renovation.
sorry. Yeah.
I need to finish that. Okay.
Buddha belly breath.
Okay,
Yeah.
yep. Okay, now step 3, Mum takes herself away from the situation and baby and like Heath.
What am I going to do if I have a baby hanging off me?
Heath takes baby and so do I. You go.
You do weightlifts with the baby.
That's actually a genius idea.
And then you go do something physical. You go do push-ups or you go garden or you go do something.
Gardening does help me, doesn't it?
You
can make a little-
much gardening for a while.
No, I haven't. It's been a bit cold, a bit wintry.
Well,
You
we
could
kinda
make
got rid of our veggie patch as well.
Yeah, we did.
You could make a Zen garden.
Maybe after the
With
Renault
butter
trip.
in it.
Well, maybe with really big ears, Heath.
Elephant ears.
And I'll go say, Heath,
And every-
do you need to go check in
every-
with Buddha?
Every time you swear, he's going to hear you.
I do swear a bit, don't I?
Yes.
During the renovations, yes. Quite a bit.
I know. I'm going to say it again. I know.
I swear when I go to sleep, I hear you swearing to Dada.
Probably. I probably just get all my swears out after you're in bed. That's probably exactly what happens. But why don't we talk about swearing? Do you think it's okay for you guys to swear?
No.
No.
But it's like, is it okay for me?
Yes. Because you're above
Sometimes.
20.
Oh, 20. Is that the cutoff age?
No,
is it?
no, it's
I thought
16.
it was 18, Jade.
Oh, it's 18? I thought it was 16.
Because you don't.
We can go with 20. Do you want to go with
No,
20?
18 because when you turn 18, you become an adult.
Oh, you do? I thought it was 16.
No.
And you can swear then, can you?
Yeah.
What about the songs that you listen to that have swear
Don't you
words
get
in
a
them?
driver's license at 16?
You get a learner's, but you still have to drive with an adult.
Oh.
What do you think about swearing in the songs you listen to?
I don't know. I don't pay too much attention to it.
I feel like the song artist is kind of expressing themselves, but they kind of run out of words and they're not like using it to harm people. They're using it to express the like words in their song to make them like more powerful.
I really get what you're saying, Jade, because this is really interesting, isn't it, with swear words, isn't it? That there's almost like there's an energy to those words that kind of gets it out as long as it's not being directed at someone, isn't it?
Yeah.
That it's an
Yes.
expression rather than taking someone down.
Hold on. Heath, guess what? 8-2.
Oh, Jadey.
I'm on 3.
Okay,
Yes, I am.
hit me up, girlfriend.
Okay.
Wow. I'm a little underwhelmed.
Question.
Do you ever get annoyed when when you have to ask us, like, do you ever feel really annoyed that you want to slap us when you have to ask us like over 5 times to do something?
Do I ever get so annoyed that I feel like I want to hit you?
Yeah.
Yeah, on the inside, but I wouldn't do it on the outside.
Okay, that's good.
Why did you want to know that?
Because sometimes you can just tell you're just like,
I'm working with a trigger.
you're like Heath.
Yeah. It's true, the rage is on the inside. Can you feel that? Because I'm not saying it and I'm not acting on it, but you can still feel it. Is that right?
Yeah.
Does it feel safe or unsafe to you?
Unsafe.
Unsafe. What does that feel like?
Kind of being like unsteady, like it's a bit like the 2 tectonic plates are almost shifting. And it's like,
Tectonic plates, hey?
yeah, I learned it at school even though it's super boring.
I
Yeah.
don't think it sounds so
Yeah.
boring.
It's not as bad as religion.
Yeah, it's
I found it really
That's our benchmark.
interesting, Jade.
yeah, inquiry's interesting. Inquiry in science is interesting. Religion's at the bottom.
I like that you said it feels like tectonic plates. So even though someone is not saying or doing something, you can still feel it.
Yeah.
That's what Bridget and I say all the time, because your body speaks louder than your words, doesn't it?
Another simile.
What is a simile?
It's a simile, so say her smile is like the sun.
That's a simile.
What
Like,
does that mean?
So it means like you're referring to something that is something else.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow, I just learned something off of you again.
Shouldn't you have learned
That's
this in
because
primary
I'm
school?
really smart.
Yes, well, you both
Shouldn't
are.
you have learned this stuff in primary
Probably.
school?
There's lots of stuff
That's
that
why I
learned
got a
and left.
distinction in English.
Thank you, Heath. Would you
Important facts.
Would you like me to just spend a moment and say I appreciate how intelligent you are and I appreciate that you love learning?
No, thank you. I'm fine.
Okay. Heath, little heater.
No, don't call me that.
Don't do it. Okay.
Didn't you make up that nickname for yourself though?
No, Heath said
No,
that since he
Mum
was
did.
tiny. No, one of Dad's friends did actually. Okay, Heath. Do you have a quizzy?
Not.
You got nothing.
I've got another one.
Okay, Jade.
Okay, when you cook on the electric stovetop thing, because we don't have a kitchen,
The electric fry pan.
the electric fry pan, do you ever feel like the need that you just want to be able to use different like pans and pots and just be really creative, but you can't because you're stuck to that one thing?
Well, actually, I find that being constrained by the one thing makes me more creative because then I have to make the food more interesting. Like the Brussels sprouts we had the other day. That was so amazing.
Wait,
Oh
which
my
ones
God,
were
they were really good.
Brussels
Did I
sprouts?
eat those?
Yeah, with the bacon and everything in them.
And the chicken thing.
Yeah.
They weren't that good.
Oh, they were so good.
Everything in that dish
slimy.
was good. That's what I said. She
They were
said
delicious.
She said they were
All Brussels
delicious.
sprouts are slimy.
That's not true.
They're
They
slimy,
were
disgusting.
delicious.
They're like slugs.
Okay. I think we're going to wrap it up. I'm just wondering, is there anything that, if you think about, this is a whole group of mums that may be listening to this podcast.
Mums,
Mums.
you're
yeah.
amazing.
Oh, that's nice, Janie. I was just about to say, is there anything that you would like other mums who are really interested in being really good mums and doing the best they can for their kids and their families? Is there anything that you would like them to know from a kid's perspective? From a tween's perspective, sorry.
That they hate to be late for birthday parties. They love to be early.
Oh, important.
They love to be
point.
early to everything except for school.
Yeah, good point.
You are bugging me all the time to get to school early.
No, only on really good days like sport day and Friday. And
Saturday and Sunday. Oh, no.
that's about it.
No, not Saturday and Sunday.
Why is it important to be early?
Because
So then I don't feel anxious and I don't have anxiety that I'll be late.
What will happen in your mind if you're late?
I'll miss out on.
I'll get in trouble or I'll miss out.
I really get that. I like punctuality as well.
What's that? Punctual.
Being on time,
Yeah,
but we could be early too.
like we were to basketball.
Yes.
8:15 in the morning.
Yes. Okay, we're going to wrap it up. You can connect with us on Nourishing the Mother at nourishingthemother.com.au, Nourishing the Mother on Facebook and Instagram. We have our aligned parenting program coming up in September. So if you would love to join a live round for that, it's lifetime access to the content. And then we run 2 live rounds a year where we dedicate 2 weeks specifically being live together within a Facebook group, discussing all things conscious parenting from the paradigms that we talk about. So if you're really ready to take the learnings a little bit deeper, then come join us for aligned parenting, nourishingthemother.com.au/online programs. And I would love to thank my 2 beautiful guests who have sat up with me tonight to record. I always adore spending time with you. So thank you very much for joining us on the podcast.
You're very welcome.
You're welcome.
And remember, you've got to nourish the mother to rock the family. And we will see you next week when we continue to peel back the layers on your mothering journey.
This has been a production of TheWellnessCouch.com. Check us out on Facebook and join in the conversation on Facebook.com/TheWellnessCouch. Subscribe to each show on iTunes and check us out on Twitter. The Wellness Couch, streaming wellness into your lives. Whilst the Wellness Couch presenter endeavor to provide accurate and helpful information to their listeners, these podcasts cannot take into account individual circumstances and are not intended to be a substitute for health and medical advice from a qualified health professional. You should always seek the advice of a qualified health professional before acting on any of the information provided by any of the Wellness Couch podcasts.